Welcome to Level Up Mechanics. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to show you how I installed the Diode Dynamics Underglow LED kit on my 3rd gen Toyota Tacoma. It's a fun install as it's just LED strips that will light up underneath the vehicle. I added a little bit of practicality to the kit by wiring it with the cargo light, so anytime you open the door or unlock the vehicle, the lights can be used as a puddle or accent lighting at nighttime to help you see a little better when you're approaching your 3rd gen Toyota Tacoma. So with that being said, I'm going to show you how I installed the lights and how I wired it into the truck so that way I can use them in conjunction with the cargo light to give me some accent lighting at nighttime. Let's go ahead and check out how these lights are installed. Here's an overview of all of the parts that I'm going to need to install the Diode Dynamics Underglow lights on my Toyota Tacoma. Let's go over them now, and I'll show you everything that comes with the Underglow kit from Diode Dynamics and also the additional items that I'm going to use to help secure the lights onto the vehicle. Alright, here is the package for the Underglow lights. And inside it looks like we have some extension wire, multiple extension wires that come with the kit. Like we have another type of connector here. This looks like a power option to power up the lights. Some basic instructions on how you're going to power up the lights with, I guess, a switch that is included with the kit. I'm going to be running my lights to work in conjunction with the cargo lights, so I don't think I'll be able to take advantage of this and won't need to, because I'm going to be able to use the cargo light switch in the vehicle to power and control these underglow lights. Here's a 4-way splitter to split off for each of the light strips, one in the front, one in the back, and one on each side. Here we have some adhesive and zip ties to help secure the lights. Pretty much more of the same. We've got some, here's the switch and more retaining hardware. All these packages look like they're labeled so that way you can follow the instructions and use them as you need to, which makes it really nice. And here I believe there are 2 LED strips. These are the short strips, so one will go in the front of the vehicle, one will go in the back. These are waterproof, so they will be good and should withstand the elements outside for quite some time. It looks like they come in this anti-static bag. And then the long strips for the side of the vehicle are in this anti-static bag as well. As you can see, they're weatherproof and heat resistant. In addition to the Underglow kit, you will need to buy a Bluetooth RGBW controller separately if you want to control these lights using an app on your phone. I also went ahead and bought some additional extension wire for the lights from Diode Dynamics. You can buy these separately. I bought 2 in the 3 meter length, and I bought 2 in the 1 meter length because I don't know how much wire I'm going to need in order to secure these lights onto the vehicle and run the power to them. So I just wanted to have them on hand in case they were necessary. I do expect that these lights, the Underglow kit, that the extension wire that comes with the kit should do the trick, but I wanted to have these on hand just in case. I also have a power relay set that I purchased off of Amazon. It was like a 6-pack set, super cheap, and will do the trick of allowing me to power up these lights on its own circuit, using the cargo light circuit as a signal circuit. So anytime the cargo light comes on, it sends a signal to the relay to send power to the lights. I also purchased some galvanized hanger strap. It should prevent corrosion for quite some time, although it's not 100% corrosion proof. It should last, as this is sort of a rough mock-up on how I'm going to install the lights on the vehicle. I may find a more permanent solution that is better down the line, but for the time being, this should do the trick. They also come in 10-foot sections for a couple of dollars at Home Depot if you don't want to buy a whole 100-foot hanger strap. The 10-foot is just a couple of dollars, and I believe this 100-foot was like $10 to $12. I also have some extra zip ties, some heat shrink tubing for the electrical wiring, and some additional electrical wiring itself so I can run the circuit as I need to for how I'm going to operate the underglow lights. So this is basically an overview of what's going to go on the truck, and I'm going to go ahead and wire everything in and install everything, and once everything's installed I'll show you the finished product, how I wired in the lights, and the results of how it looks installed on the Toyota Tacoma. So for the side of the truck, I basically assembled the LED lights on some duct hanger straps. I cut to length from one end to the other and used the stock factory bolt locations for running boards. Since my vehicle doesn't have running boards, I was able to go ahead and utilize those empty threaded holes, and I put one bolt on one end, one bolt on the other, and then I zip tied the lights to the hanger strap, and then on the opposite side I put 3M double-sided body tape along the length of this strap to hold everything in place and keep the side LEDs secured on the vehicle. So for the back side, I basically just zip tied everything straight to a wire harness that's running back here along the rear bumper area of the vehicle. It's just completely zip tied, nothing else special that you need to do. And then I ran the wire to power this all the way off on the driver's side and zip tied the power wire along the frame rail of the car wherever I could find a spot that I can secure the line to. And then for the front of the vehicle, again, I just used the hanger strap and zip ties and no 3M double-sided body tape this time. I was able to run this along the bottom of the bumper, and I know it's not the best looking, but it's out of sight, out of mind, and it's bolted up on each side with a screw that's there. I think that location is where the factory lower air dam would be bolted up to. Since I took mine off, it was a good opportunity to use that hole that was there to bolt the front strip up to the vehicle. And again, I did not have to use double-sided body tape since this was such a short strip, and it's being held up really well by both the duct hanger strap and the zip ties and the two screws or bolts, one on each side. In order to access the power wire that feeds electricity to the cargo light, you'll need to take off the driver front door sill or scuff plate and the kick panel right here, in which behind this kick panel is where we're going to find the connector that we can tie into in order to light up the lights to come on whenever the cargo light comes on. And for example, this is the cargo light button. If I have the button turned off, both the cargo light and the LED underglow kit turns off. If I set it to door, it'll turn on anytime the doors are open, or if the unlock button is pressed with the key fob. And if you set it to on, it stays on at all times, just like the cargo light, and will run all the time. So let me go ahead and show you where the power wire is that I tied into, and show you how I rigged everything up in order to make these lights work with the cargo light. In order to get access to the connector that we need to get to, we just need to pop off the scuff plate right here. You just have to pull up and it pops right out. Alright, next we need to take this kick panel off. There will be a little retaining tab that you can just twist with your fingers. Turn counterclockwise, and eventually it will pop out of place. Here's the guy right here. And then for the rest of it, you'll just pull back, and then forward. The way I wired this up is I ran the power wire that feeds the underglow lights from my auxiliary power kit, and I made another video on my channel covering that, so make sure you check that out. But it's a fused power wire, comes through the firewall, and what we need to do right here, the power wire to the cargo lights from the factory is this second connector from the bottom. It's the second connector from the bottom, and we're looking for a light green wire. This is the connector. We found the wire that we need to tie into. I used a T-tap, and then that will be used to create a signal wire to my relay, which I have installed right here. Here's the relay that I installed, and then I ground the signal back over here where there's a grounding point to all of the factory wires right here. And then for the power side of the relay, again, I powered it from my auxiliary kit, sent a power wire to the relay, and then from the relay, the power goes back out through the firewall and to the RGBW Bluetooth controller that controls the Underglow kit lights that I can use my app for in order to change how the lights function and how I want them to operate when they are powered on. So here is the auxiliary power kit that I was talking about, and what I did was, in order to power up the lights, I tapped into my auxiliary power kit. I'm using a 5 amp fuse for the whole system, and it's sending power to the relay behind the kick panel, and then when the relay receives its signal to turn on, power is directed back out here next to the power outlet kit, and it goes straight to this Bluetooth RGBW controller from Diode Dynamics. You can see that the red LED is on, and then from there it has a 4-way splitter where every one of the strips, since I have 4 strips, 1 in the front, 2 on the sides, 1 in the back, they're all plugged into this Bluetooth controller, and the Bluetooth controller sends power to all of the strips. I will say doing electrical work is always tedious because you want to make sure that you're doing it correctly and you have secure connections, but it's definitely worth it, and I really like how these lights turned out. Alright guys, that does it for this video. Before I show you the final clips of the Tacoma with the underglow lights on, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who stopped by to view my videos and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support. 2021 should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, the year of 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you like this video or any of my other videos if you thought the video was useful or enjoyed the content, as it really helps my channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.